Welcome back to the Broadway Show. I'm Tamsin Fidel. Let's get back to it.
There ain't no danger we can go too far. We start believing now that we can be who we are. Grease is the word.
Pink is a Word. It's the new Grease prequel series, Rise of the Pink Lady, streaming now on Paramount+. It takes place 4 years before the event in the original film. Paul Wontorek caught up with one of the Pink Ladies.
Marisa, it's so nice to meet you.
Oh, so nice to meet you, Paul. Thanks for having me.
The newest girl at Rydell High.
That's right.
It's so crazy to become part of the legacy.
I know.
Of
Tell me
Grease
about
at
it.
Rydell High.
Insane. Even just being here in New York and seeing our billboards everywhere, and it's like an out-of-body experience. I can't.
Grease, of course, 51 years ago, started just a few blocks from here. It's
Right.
obviously a big part of Broadway. It's a big part of Hollywood now, and it's a big part of everyone's lives.
Yeah. How did it switch from stage to screen so seamlessly? I don't know.
This show, it's very clever, first of all. I love it.
I think so too.
Rise of the
Oh,
Pink
so
Ladies.
good. Yes.
And it's really cool. So it's 4 years
4 years prior.
before
4 years before
the events of Grease.
Exactly.
That's what I loved about it.
Okay.
The Pink Ladies were always so super cool. What I love about the show is that you see, oh my God, you really do see the origin. You see them as regular girls, awkward girls.
Yeah, they weren't
who
always
kind of
so cool.
Find a power together.
Exactly.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah, I loved it because we're seeing real teenage girls for the first time. I love Stalker Channing, I love Didi Khan, they were amazing, but for me, they were like, oh, I'm not that cool. I don't know if I could be a Pink Lady.
Yeah.
But now our characters make it just a little bit more relatable, attainable, and I do think we eventually grow into that empowerment that we see from the original movie.
What is it like being on a big TV set with a cast of all fresh faces? Everyone is fantastic. Did you all go together like Rama Lama 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 Dingity Ding Dong?
Yeah, honestly, yes. From our perspective, we're stepping onto the set like this, all bright-eyed and bushy. We're stepping onto the Frosty Palace and the school that we've seen millions of times, and it was just all right, we're doing this. We're not alone. It's gonna be really scary at times, but we're kind of just experiencing it together and almost just rising as one. It was the perfect scenario. I think I would have felt way more like a fish out of water if I didn't have even just the pinks, if I didn't have the pinks with me.
So Marisa, tell me your life story.
Well, I'm from a town called Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which I've honestly never talked about because anytime I introduce myself to people, I always say Nashville because it's the easiest one.
Sure.
My parents moved to Tennessee. They're both musicians, and so that's where we ended up. And it's just always been, performing has always been a part of my life. My first show ever, when I was in 5th grade, was Seussical the Musical.
Who'd you play in Seussical?
I played Gertrude McFuzz.
Oh my God, Gertrude, that's the big star role.
In 5th grade, it was a very big deal.
Yes, that's a big deal.
Of course, I got hooked. I was like, is it always going to be like this? Well, it wasn't always like that, but I fell in love with it. To tell you the truth, Broadway was always the dream.
Okay.
Right? And I was on track. Personally, my goal was to go to get a musical theater degree, work my way here,
Yep.
and then some way or another, I just kind of shifted into TV and film, started taking on-camera classes, made my way out to Los Angeles, and then I built my resume from there. I started doing background work, and I loved it. I loved being on set. I loved learning through that way, and then I got co-star roles, guest star roles, recurring, and then COVID hit. And I was like, okay, we're on pause. And then right as COVID was ending, the Grease audition came into my email, and I was like, this feels like, I don't mean to sound cheesy, but it just feels like this character was meant for me and that I could do a really good job portraying her, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity.
Yeah, and it is a full-out musical. I mean, there are many, many songs, and I forget what the number is. It's a lot.
We have 31 songs, but 30 original songs because the very first song of our whole season is "Grease Is the Word."
I know, and you get to sing it. You get to kick off the whole show
The
with
whole
the title
thing.
song, just like in the movie.
Walking out with the one shot.
At the drive-in,
Oh.
that kind of work and that kind of detail and that kind of care to the fans of something that means so much to many people, it matters. It really adds up in the finished product.
And that's the thing is like, I think people are really concerned and worried and nervous about how we're gonna make this project worth having a prequel. But us cast members, our creative team are fans of Grease ourselves.
Yeah.
So why would we ever do it, like not do it justice?
Yeah.
We want to make sure it's the best that it could be, and we wouldn't present it to the world unless we felt that way. So.